Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome back. Welcome back. I really hope everyone had an amazing weekend. I know I did. So I hope everyone was able to have an opportunity to, replenish, relax, do some fun things. You know the saying, work hard, play hard. So I hope the weekend definitely proved to do that for you. Well, welcome back to another week where I bring nonprofit content. Just do our live here, our weekly live, just to make sure that everyone gets off, especially those in the nonprofit sector, get off on an amazing start to, their week, their planning, their strategic planning for the week, possibly their upcoming board meeting, anything that has to do with nonprofit, wanting to just get us off on the right foot with a new day, new week, to be able to do that. So for some of you that have been following me and have been tuning into, my weekly lives, you're well aware of what I do each and every week. But for some of you who are brand new to my content, brand new to my page, maybe someone referred you or tagged you. My name is Asia Nasir, and I am the founder of my consulting firm, Utopian Enterprise Business Solutions, where I help aspiring and existing nonprofit founders to truly fulfill their mission in real time. And I am the author of my second book, Nonprofit Doesn't Mean No Profit, where you can find on Amazon. So I'm here to, share once again some really important information as it relates to nonprofits, founders, executive directors, for whether it's, grassroots, just getting their feet wet, just getting into the game, or for those who have been in it for a while, possibly finding themselves in a crossroad, or maybe needing to reevaluate some things. So, each week, as I've been telling everyone, my goal and my theme all of 2024 is impact, is really helping to provide strategies for your nonprofit organization to provide impact to the communities in which you're looking to serve. Without impact, your nonprofit is just a nice thought. It's a nice concept, but the impact that you make in the communities is really what makes you champion the cause that you started your nonprofit for. So I got some feedback. I got some people, sending me some DMs and was like, Asia, can you share some information for some of us who are just getting started? I'm having a hard time, getting people to know what it is that we do. It's just not resonating. So in asking some questions with that, I found what was the problem, and I wanted to share that today. And it can also assist existing nonprofit organizations that are possibly struggling. And that's what the theme that we're talking about today, which is unlocking the impact that your nonprofit mission statement can provide, the power of your mission statement, of your nonprofit's mission statement, and how that connects to, having impact in the community, and why you're probably struggling, startup or as an existing nonprofit. So I want to get into how you utilize your mission statement in order to be able to provide impact and to be able to garner, I should say, impact in the community. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. As always, I share 5 strategies that I think would really help. Get a pen and paper, because I think it's really important, or hit that record button, so that way you can provide this information possibly to your team, in order for you to be able to really benefit from the information that's going to be provided. So let's get started. Let's not wait. It's morning. So the first strategy that I want to share in and of itself is the nonprofit, mission statement. You have to develop a clear and concise mission statement. What I've seen in some cases is mission statements become like a biography, and that's not what a mission statement should be. It should be clear and to the point. The mission statement should basically consist of, when I read your mission statement or you articulate your mission statement, it shouldn't be something that after you've said it, I'm still like, I'm not sure what that nonprofit does. That's not what you want to walk away in a networking event or social setting, or you trying to garner funding for your organization, where people cannot identify clearly what your organization does. You should be able to clearly communicate your purpose and your goals. And a lot of times that just gets put a lot of fluff that sounds nice, and at the end, it really doesn't identify what you started your nonprofit for and what your intentions are with the nonprofit. So to make it a little bit easier, and I actually share this in my nonprofit masterclass, I'm not going to go into detail as to how, not how, in detail of what I teach in the class, but I'm just going to give you some pointers, just one pointer to help you to be able to be more concise. And it's really simple. It's the who, what, where, and possibly why. If you can articulate those things in one or two sentences, it will really help you to be able excuse me, to condense your mission statement and really just get to the point. That's what you want. So the who are you? Our nonprofit is such and such and such, right? Who you are, the name of your nonprofit should be, what you're talking about. The what is it that you do? We empower young girls and women to be able to be the best versions. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Your mission statement should clearly state the what. We empower teen girls between I am so sorry, between the ages of 13 and 17 to be the best versions of themselves, to be whatever. Well, I hope everyone can hear me. I think my audio and everything is back on. I've been having some internet issues all weekend, though, so that wasn't fun. But I do want to get back to what we were talking about. I truly apologize for the interruption. So clearly, we're just going to get back to what we was doing, what we were talking about. So I'm a little flustered because I was not expecting that. The internet was working fine all morning, and then finally decides not to work. So let's just get back into it. So I was on strategy number one. So strategy number one, which was developing a concise mission statement in and of itself, is extremely important to being able to, have the impact that you want, utilizing the information regarding your mission statement, or what is it that your organization does, right? The power of your mission statement. So as I was mentioning before, a quick way to be able to do that if you've been, struggling in that area is using a who, what, where, and possibly why option. That actually allows you to be able to, share who you are. That's easy. What's the name of your nonprofit organization? That's number one. What do you do? What programs do you provide? What services do you provide? What audience you serve, right? Is it domestic violence? Is it teen girls, women? Is it, eating disorders, or is it, young men and trying to empower young men, maybe those who are incarcerated? Whatever it is that you're looking to do, that's what the what needs to be. What is it that you do? And it doesn't have to be long and drawn out. We provide empowerment programs for teen girls that help and assist in personal development, self-esteem building, character building, leadership development, whatever it is. That's what it needs to entail. And then the where, possibly where. That's important if you're specifically looking to only work in a certain demographic. That's important, so that way people are not mistaking where they can find you, what population you serve as far as the geographical area. And also that helps when it comes to community grants. Community grants can actually see, the grant funders can actually see, and we'll be talking more about that, but they can actually see, okay, this is a nonprofit organization that works within our community, and they are seeking our community funding for that. So, where is also important depending on what it is that you're doing and how important that is. If you are international, if you're working on a national level, this allows people to know that you have multiple locations, or you service multiple locations. And then the why. Why did you get started? What is the issue to, eradicate, to diminish or decrease, or whatever that is? The cause. What is it that you're championing? That's basically what you have to share, is that information. So it's really important that it's concise. Who you are, what you do as far as your program, services, possibly the demographic area, or the geographical area, I should say. That's also important. And then the why. What is it that your organization is looking to do? What cause are you championing? And that should be able to be, described in just a few, one or two sentences. So it if you use that formula, it can really help you to make it concise and to the point, and make it crystal clear about what it is that your organization does. Now, with having a clear understanding yourself within your nonprofit organization of what it is that you do for you, your team, and everyone else, this makes it easier now to be able to utilize the power of what it is that you do to gain what it is that you want and to obtain the impact that you want. So first and foremost, with the mission statement, if you implement, which is strategy number two, implement effective communication, you can not only foster, supporters, which is your volunteers, your board of directors, you can also solicit grant funders, and we're going to be talking more about that in strategy number five, those that want to support your cause, but then also the recipients themselves. They know where to find you. They know what your organization does. So the power of your mission statement, if concise and clear to the point, it's going to hit on all cylinders. The recipients that need your services, those that want to support you, not on a monetary level, but from a volunteer perspective and a board of directors perspective, now they have that information. And also those that want to monetarily support, now they know what it is that you do, because you were able to articulate in a clear and concise manner from strategy number one what it is. So that's the power of your mission statement. You can effectively communicate to those that are going to rally behind what it is that you do. So, you can utilize in that effective communication, you can utilize social media. Social media is a wonderful, an amazing, and I think you're doing a disservice to your organization if you're not using social media. So you have a lot of us that are, my generation, that is like, I'm not on social media, maybe not for personal reasons, but you do need to utilize it for professional reasons, especially as a nonprofit on a budget. This is a great way to be able to advertise and to bring awareness and visibility to your nonprofit organization for free. For free. This enables you to be able to reach your friends, family, colleagues, anyone who is connected to your nonprofit. Connected to you, your board of directors. They're able to see the information, then can hear what is it that you do, who are you, where you're located, and why you're doing what you're doing, right? They can hear that. In newsletters, in every newsletter, you should be articulating your mission statement. Now, Utopian Enterprise is not a nonprofit, but when I got on here, I explained what it is that I do, who it is that I help, and what is the outcome, right? So I'll go over it. I am a consulting firm, Utopian Enterprise Business Solutions. I work with aspiring and existing nonprofit founders. What do I do? To help them to be able to fulfill their missions in real time. I just use the same formula. So that way it's clear and to the point. I said that in less than 20 seconds, and I was able to articulate exactly what my organization does, right? Or what my consulting firm does. Translate that into a nonprofit and being able to utilize that. Now you can use social media to be able to do lives and, create that mission statement on your newsletters and any type of events that you do. Share the mission statement so people never forget what your organization is here for in the first place. It never goes away, right? So that's strategy number 2. It helps your board of directors, like anyone who wants to support. They can be like, you know what, that's a cause I can get behind. Volunteers who have an expertise, who have talent and skill sets that you need in order, use the power of your mission statement to be able to resonate. Sometimes people volunteer because they've had a personal experience themselves, with either the cause that you're looking to do. So we'll just use domestic violence. Could be someone who was in a domestic violence situation that now, they're no longer in that situation, but they would help a nonprofit organization to help others. Right? So if you're able to articulate your mission statement, this can garner people who resonate and can connect with your mission statement because of either knowing someone who's in need or was in need, or they themselves were in need at some point, or they experience something that your organization now is doing for the community. So being able to effectively articulate in all of its forms, social media, your website, newsletters, at events, things like that can really bring a visibility and an awareness to your nonprofit. And what I always tell my students, you cannot help who you don't know. You cannot support who you don't know. So this brings visibility to your nonprofit organization, consistently being able to share your mission statement. Strategy number 3 is align your programs with your mission. That is what's going to keep you focused in every decision that you're making. Does this help us fulfill the mission statement? Does it help us expand the mission statement, right? So your programs, your services, anything that you're doing, when people approach you, we would like to do this, we would like to collaborate, we would like to align with you, and so on and so forth. If it doesn't align with your mission statement, it makes those decisions much easier. But if you're not clear on what your mission is and being able to articulate it, you'll be going from here to there. So then people become confused. What is it that this organization actually does? And you can actually lose your supporters because now they're like, I don't know what this nonprofit does. So strategy number 3 is align your programs with your mission statement, your services with your mission statement. Does this fulfill this? So for example, Jessica Cares, which is the nonprofit organization that I founded in 2010, empowers teen girls and women, to help them build up their self-esteem and sense of self-worth. Now we do that through various forms, and we take a holistic approach from spiritual, personal, professional, right? We take that holistic approach. So just say for professional purposes, we have an entrepreneurial program. So our entrepreneur helps to empower young women to be able to start their nonprofits and to be able to build up their confidence to not only feel that they can do it, but have the know-how on how to do it, which is a 12-week program. We have a vocational masterclass where we teach the girls not only on how to get a job, but also how to maintain a job. So that's a 10-week program that we have. So you can see our programs align with helping our girls to become the best versions of themselves in that area. In personal development, we have personal development classes where we work on self-esteem building, character building, independent and critical thinking. Our programs align with that. If the programs does not align with those core values, our mission statement, then that's a program that, while it may be nice, while it sounds nice, it does not align with our mission. And it becomes very clear where you can be, you can be very selective in your process into what you do, what you participate, so you're not wasting time on things that are not going to further the mission. You see what I'm saying? So it really helps you to be able to align that. And then what you do is annually review those programs and services. Is it making the impact? Is it fulfilling the mission in real time? That's how you're able to do that. And if it doesn't, then that's where you can make adjustments after evaluating and seeing how you can make it better. And we can always improve, right? So that's strategy number 3. Strategy number 4, and this is really, really important, and this is something that I always teach in my nonprofit masterclass or one-on-one coaching with the founders and, the executive directors, is make sure that you're not the only one that has this information, but educate and empower your team and especially your board of directors, because the more they are aware of the mission statement and they're able to articulate the mission statement, that is where they can become ambassadors for your nonprofit organization. And that's what they're there for. Your board of directors are ambassadors. Your volunteers are ambassadors. Your team, your staff are ambassadors for your nonprofit organization. It should not only be you as the founder or the executive director. It is the entire team, from board of directors, team, and volunteers. Everyone should know and should be able to articulate the mission of the organization. So empower your team. At every board meeting, you should start with the mission statement. Have it so repetitive in your board meetings that they know it by heart. Same thing with your committee meetings. For volunteer committee meetings, your volunteers, you should start off your volunteer meetings with the mission statement, so that now your volunteers can articulate. So when they're inviting people, they can say, this is what this organization is about. Know exactly what your goals are. Know exactly what the purpose of your organization, when you started. And this should be done consistently, not just a hit and miss, but this should be strategically planned and placed on a calendar, that this is how you're educating your team, so that way they can actually advocate for the cause that you're looking to champion. So that's number 4. And strategy number 5 is the power of your mission statement connects directly to funding opportunities. If you're not clear on your mission, what it is that you do, who it is that you help, what is it that you're trying to eradicate or to make better, if you don't have a clue as to what that is and it's kind of muddy, when you are applying for a grant, every grant has guidelines. Here is who we support. These are the services and programs we support. If you're all over the place, you're going to be applying for grants that you really don't align with. And they can pick up on it very quickly, which would put you right in the reject and declined application list immediately. I mean, it's almost crystal clear, because the first thing they ask you is, what is your mission statement? Why do you think grant funders ask that? They want to know, is this an application that aligns with who we support? So if your mission statement, and if you're not clear with your mission statement, like I said, you're going to be applying for grants that don't align with your nonprofit. And they don't align with their guidelines and who they support. So you're going to be wasting a lot of time filling out applications that is already a no before you even begin. And that's not what you want to do. You want to be able to know what your mission statement is in order for you to be able to then just go right into an application, see the guidelines. This is who we support and say, this is a great match for us. And then utilize that time to be able to apply for those grants that align with your mission and you align with the mission, with the causes that they're looking to support. You can see it. The keywords are right there. The who, what, and where's, it's right there. So you'll be able to make the connections. Those keywords should be just clicking. If it's not, in all honesty, it's probably that your organization doesn't align with who they support. But you have to be clear on that mission statement. So that's the power of the mission statement. Knowing what it is that you do, knowing your purpose and your goals, you can then be able to apply directly, with that. So I wanted to just share those 5 strategies. Again, I am so sorry for the technical issues. So just to recap really quick, strategy number 1 is to develop a concise and clear mission statement. Who, what, where, and why. That should be in just a couple of sentences, literally 2 to 3 sentences max. You should have your mission statement being able to do that. Number 2 is implement effective communication through social media, your newsletter, your website, your events. You should be able to share that on every opportunity, so that way you're bringing a visibility and awareness to your mission so people can align. I want to volunteer. I want to be on their board. I want to actually support monetarily. That's where you use that effective communication. Number 3 is aligning your programs. Make sure everything that you do, whether it be activities, initiatives, programs, services, should all be in alignment with your mission statement, so that way you're fulfilling and expanding and doing what it is that you said you were going to do with this nonprofit. Number 4 is empower your team and your staff. You should not be the only one should know. Everyone on your team, from board of directors, team to volunteers, should know the mission statement literally by heart. Why? Because you're saying it at each and every meeting for them to be able to hear, so that way they can be ambassadors for your nonprofit. You should not be the only one advocating for your organization. And last but not least is making sure that utilizing the power of your mission statement to identify grant funders that support the cause that you're looking to champion. Plain and simple, so you're not wasting time, you're not wasting their time, and you can actually go after grants that want to support the work that you're doing. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Come back next week for another content, same time, 9:30. I'm always here on LinkedIn. That's one platform that we're on. Another platform is Facebook, directly under our, my company name, Utopian Enterprise Business Solutions. But you got to make sure you follow our page, so that way you'll be able to receive notification of when I'm coming on. The other one is YouTube. YouTube is under Asia Nasir 2014. If you subscribe, you're always going to see our information. So if you missed some of it, you came in at the tail end of it, you can always go back and press the replay and be able to get the information. And last but not least is make sure you hit that notification bell, so getting notifications so you never miss. You never miss at all. We're also on Twitter. Twitter is really great, and I'm getting ready to hop on to go on Instagram to be able to share this information under the same name, Utopian Enterprise. So I hope this was beneficial for you. I hope you were able to see in areas in which your nonprofit can kind of tighten up and do better in order to bring visibility and to harness the power of your mission statement. So maybe you need to go back and tweak the mission statement to make it better, but whatever you got to do to be able to further the mission, that's what you got to do. So I hope this was beneficial, and I look forward to coming back next week to share some more information. So stay tuned, follow and like any of the pages that I mentioned to you today, so that way you can stay tuned and stay up to date with all of the content that I will be bringing in 2024. Make today an impactful day. Be an impact in someone's life, whether small or big, and be intentional about everything that you do. So see you all next week. Enjoy the rest of your week, everyone.